Let's take a look at every party's transport policy. Here's a hint: the Greens do it best. But let's start at the opposite end of the spectrum of the shambles that's Reform. Reform wants to scrap HS2, which is utterly crazy. At the very least, complete it to Birmingham. Reform also wants to scrap 20 mph limits and clean air zones, which are policies designed specifically to stop children dying. It's culture war BS. Oh, and they have also pledged to cut money spent on public transport, on transport in general, despite whining about a lack of money invested. The Tories are basically indistinguishable from Reform, so I won't even cover them. The Labour Party are also crap. Well, they're slowly going to nationalise the railway. They won't tackle the absolute scam that is needing to rent trains from other companies. Pointless middleman. Why don't we just buy them as a state? Oh, and of course, they are only putting money into massive airport and road expansions in the middle of a climate crisis. The Lib Dems are mediocre and haven't really promised any money, obviously, on the manifesto. They promote electric cars as the future, but really, electric cars are quite crap. They want to simplify ticketing. No mention of making tickets cheaper, though. They want to electrify the railways, which is great. They want to make the railways more accessible, which is also great. They want to open smaller stations, which is sometimes good, depending on the specifics. They don't support nationalisation because, of course, they are rainbow Thatcherites. They also support a frequent flyer tax on those who are destroying the planet, which is good. The Green Party are in support of HS2 to Manchester. We do need more capacity on many corridors, but especially the West Coast Main Line. They've proposed 10 billion for making transport costs lower, which is a great policy, especially along with an ending of aviation subsidies and a frequent flyer tax. Money for active travel, 2.5 billion is what they're promising, and that's a good amount. They also want to electrify and build more railways to forgotten towns, which is excellent. They want to end tax cuts for cars, tax giant tank-like cars more, and the cars that remain have a 5 billion pot to change to electric. They are the only ones to support. The Greens are also the only ones to mention and support rail freight, which is so crucial yet so often overlooked. Clearly, Reform and the Tories are rubbish. The Lib Dems and Labour have positives and negatives, but only the Greens are consistently good in their policies.